Hello and welcome back. This video will be focusing on navigating between different screens within your dashboard. The first thing we want to do is add a logo. So to do this, I'm going to search for the text component, drag it onto the canvas and click the Format a Text field. Here I'm going to clear the text from the text editor, and along the menu at the top you'll see the option to add an image. I am going to select our logo and I'm going to set the width as 100 and the height as 50. These dimensions can be edited by highlighting the logo and clicking the image icon again. Now let's add in some screens. So again, we're going to go to our Screens tab. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to rename our screen 1 to be our home screen. Next, I'm going to add in 3 more screens called Pricing, Streaming and History. Creating these screens generates the URLs needed for building the home screen and the navigation bar. To begin creating our home screen, we'll start by dragging the text component onto the canvas. We'll click Data Source and create a new data source called Navigation. Essentially, we are going to create a table with 4 columns: text, file, which stands for value, URL and icon. The text is the text we want to appear on the home screen. So pricing, streaming, history. The value we're going to match up to the names of the screens in our dashboard. So again, pricing, streaming, history. The URL for each screen can be found in the dashboard URL starting from the hashtag. So if we want the URL for pricing, I'm going to start from the hashtag and copy this. I've just added in the URLs for the other 2 screens and chose 3 icons. So let's execute this and apply. You'll notice that it outputs the text of the data source, so to fix this, let's provide it with a template. Templates are a way to modify how data is formatted and displayed. So to do this, we're going to go into advanced mode, and I'm going to paste a template format that I already had. So if we click apply and OK, you can see that we're starting to get the gist of what we want it to look like. For more examples on how to use templates, check out our dedicated section in our documentation. So far we have a list of items with a title and a corresponding icon, but we want to make this look a lot more user-friendly. To do so, we're going to add some CSS. So to add CSS, you go to the Style tab, and under Advanced CSS, this will then open a text editor. So again, I'm just going to paste some CSS that I created off camera. Hit apply and close. And then to activate that CSS, I'm going to add the CSS class text. So if we resize this. Now that we've created our home screen, let's create a navigation bar. This will allow us to navigate between our different screens without having to exit preview mode. Let's start by switching over to our pricing screen. We'll drag the navigation menu component onto the canvas and we'll create a new data source. We'll call our data source nav_bar and we'll switch this to be a virtual query. We'll be using an example from the documentation, so simply copy that and paste it into your editor. You will see we have 4 columns: node, parent, URL and ID. The ID represents how many tabs you will have in your navigation bar. So in this example they have 8, so the ID is 7. For our example we have 3 tabs, so we'll be changing the ID to be 2. If we scroll down then, we can delete the rows that we won't be using. and these 3 remaining rows will be the links to our screens. We'll start by changing the screen names. And to get the URLs, similarly to how we created the home screen, copy from the dashboard URL starting from the hashtag. Make sure to repeat this for the other 2 screens. If we hit execute and apply, you will see our navigation bar has now been created. To increase the size of the text, you can increase the font size, and we can easily copy and paste this navigation bar to our other 2 screens.